Hey, everybody. My name is Jia, like the lovely Taylor said. I'm doing moth style This American Life storytelling with musical accompaniment, and I might try to play harmonica if you guys are into that. But yeah, like Taylor said, I haven't done this for a while. I might not look it, but I'm fucking old. The last time I did this was back in the South Side when we used to be at Club Cafe. Remember, guys, in the before 4 times? What I'm gonna do today is a story I like to call, I'm still working on it. It's called Holly Jolly Polly for the Holidays. It's a little festive. Because I don't know about you guys, but my relationship didn't survive the pandemic. I think it was make it or break it for a lot of couples. Yeah, he's feeling me. And we broke it. So we were together for about 6 years or so off and on, 2 years live-in. And yeah, so it was long enough that when I got back on the dating apps, I was like, what the fuck is this shit? What is ENM? Do you guys know? What is ENM, guys? Does anyone know? Ethically non-monogamous. During the interim, while I had been off the dating market, suddenly everyone's out and poly. Or at least, like, if you're dating in your 30s, it seems like 20% of people. And I'm almost fucking 40, guys. I can't eliminate 20% of my dating pool. So I was like, I'm not gonna discriminate. It's not a good thing to discriminate. So I've only been back on the apps for about 3 months. I got back to Pittsburgh in the fall. And somehow, in those 3 months, I found myself in multiple serious poly relationships. And I don't even list myself as poly. I just don't discriminate against poly. So how do I describe the poly community? Well, first of all, there's a lot of poly communities. The one I somehow found myself in is what I would describe as San Francisco, New York, Austin, fucking carpetbaggers who work for tech community or tech companies in the area. They're very prosperous and they have very nice dinner parties. And it was only at the second or third holiday dinner party I'd gone to with my new partner that I realized, oh fuck, everyone's poly here. Because I don't know, like, I've been a member of the queer community locally for over a decade. I identify as two-spirit. I'm everyone's little magical unicorn. But poly, we don't include them in the very, very, very broad umbrella of queer. They are not an acronym in LGBTQITQ double plus A. That's a lot of space for acronyms. They're not even one of the pluses. I think the trouble is they tend to be rich, cis, white people. And traditionally, we got enough of those already. So we are currently letting them in. But they have very nice dinner parties. The issue that I ran into is one of my partners asked me, hey, Ja, I heard you have a pretty slammin' semi-annual dinner party during the holidays. It's semi-annual in the sense that we haven't done it for a couple of years because obviously COVID. But this year we're resurrecting it. We're very serious about COVID compliance. You have to submit proof of vax as soon as you RSVP. And the history behind the dinner party is that I started doing this thing for my Jewish friends on Christmas Day where I would cook them Chinese food. I don't know if there's any Hebrews in the crowd, but there's a secular tradition that Jewish people like to gather with family and friends and eat a big Chinese meal on Christmas Day because they got off from work and they ain't celebrating anything religious, but they love Chinese food. And also historically, it's one of the few restaurants that's open, and even more historically, like turn of the century, we don't discriminate against Jewish people even like 100 years ago, like some other restaurants. So there's always been very strong ties between the Asian community and Squirrel Hill. You know, notice all the great Chinese restaurants in Squirrel Hill. And this is true around the world, and specifically in the US. So I had this small tradition that grew progressively larger of cooking a nice Chinese feast for my friends, and I called it Feast of the Chosen People. And it's gradually grown in both scale and prominence till nowadays the former rabbi of Tree of Life regularly attends. So my new partner heard that like Jia has a pretty sweet slam-in holiday dinner party, and we had attended so many of her poly friends' holiday dinner parties. So she asked to co-host, and I was like, why not? Less cooking for me, less entertaining. I don't have to be on for the whole night. But we started immediately running into issues. So the dinner party is this weekend on Saturday. Last week I realized that we've been doing party planning for a couple weeks now. Every single person she invited was poly. Out poly. And I'm cool with that. I'm cool with people introducing their significant other, and then their significant other, and then their significant other's other. You know, whatever. Let's just have a big old polycule for the holidays. My specific issue was like, hey, new people, the former rabbi of Tree of Life regularly attends. Fucking Bill Peduto is invited. We have public profiles in the area. Can we be a bit discreet? And you would have thought her immediate response was, made me feel like I was a self-loathing, in the closet, poly newbie trying to force her friends back into the closet. And that was not my intention. I just didn't want them to talk about orgies in front of the rabbi, which was literally on the agenda. There is an agenda. My partner used to organize conferences on the West Coast. We have multiple shared Google spreadsheets about this dinner party. So it became a whole thing. And I kind of realized, if you make me choose between my close friends and family and the fucking former rabbi of Tree of Life, I'm gonna go with them instead of your poly friends and the orgy talk. Unfortunately, she is no longer co-hosting with me. My vegan friend is instead, because she's a very good vegan cook. I will probably be more open to co-hosting with her in the future, but it's a new relationship and the holidays are stressful. More so when you're poly and you're trying to navigate that difficult space between private and public life. It has made me realize that we should really broaden out this umbrella of queerness, though, because they do seem like they're actively discriminated against. And have I discriminated against them? Who knows? But I don't want to be selfish with my time. I want to introduce the next act. I have a whole other theory about furries and how they're discriminated against, but I'm going to save that for AnthroCon. And we'll keep it focused on the holidays. But I hope everyone has a great holiday. Celebrate with your lover, and your lover's lover, and your lover's lover for the holidays. I'm Jia. That's my story. I hope you guys enjoyed it.